Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this wonderful world. Welcome to Lunch with Joy. Today we're talking about creating and using artificial intelligence in a world that is just becoming overwhelmed with AI. And we are going to investigate how you can tell if you're talking to AI or if you're talking to a real person. We're going to look at how you can use AI and all the different things that are available out there. Did you know, according to McKinsey, between 50 and 60% of all organizations were using AI as of 2022, as of 2 years ago? 50 to 60%. Can you imagine how many are using it now? I can't wait to see that statistic. It's got to be probably 70, at least 70%, if not more. Probably even more. And according to Grand View Research, in 2022, the AI market, the value on that market, the revenues there were $136.5 billion. That's with a B. And they are projected to be 1.8 trillion with a T by 2030. You want to be taking advantage of what's out there in the AI world and want to be able to know what's happening and do something with it. We need to look at, the first thing that I want you to look at are all the promises. You've got all these people out here saying, I can do this and I can do that. I say it, I do it, I come up with it. What you need to do, you've got to be able to talk about what are the possibilities and what are the risks. What are the risks that you are opening yourself up to? And to me, the accountant side of me always wants to know what is the financial outcome, both good and not so good. What are my risks? What is it that I tend to or could potentially lose? What am I open to? The government is always out there looking for things to deal with and looking for things to attack us with. One of the things that I offer, that I put into all of my packages, is to make sure that your website, I don't have to be doing anything with your website. If you work with me, part of your package comes the AI. It's not an AI. I'm sorry. It's a widget. A widget. Word did not want to come in there. I'm sorry. A widget that is going to make your website 100% ADA accessible. So you can never get hit with that huge fee that the government is starting to hit all kinds of businesses on. You've seen some of the big numbers that have come out, but they're hitting the smaller businesses too. And you can have somebody that visits your website, if it is not accessible, they can file a lawsuit. They can file a lawsuit against your company and you personally. And it's happening day after day after day. The one that I hear about is the guy, I believe he's in California, that had filed 180 some lawsuits in 2023. And it was just, oh my goodness, that's all he was doing, is sitting there. That's how he was making his money. I think that's what he was living off of. But you want to know that you're not going to get a lawsuit from that or from any of the new things that are coming out in AI, because they're there. They're coming up, and who's going to set the rules? Who's going to be the first business, the first government, the first entity to set the rules and what you can do and how you can use AI. I heard someone say earlier, it was the AI Bill of Rights. Yeah, and is AI going to have the right, or are we going to have the right? Where is it at? What's it going to be? You need to be the one in control. You need to be able to know what is happening in your business, around your business, with your business, and about your business. You want to know. Sundar, I'm sorry, I'm gonna attack his name. Pichai, the CEO of Google. AI is probably the most important thing humanity. Can't get the word out. I'm sorry. AI is probably the most important thing humanity has ever worked on. I kept wanting to just say humans. Remember, I see only 4 to 5 characters, and humanity was too big of a word. Humans that we've ever worked on. He thinks that this is the number one critical thing that we've ever done. And you need to be aware of it, part of it, working with it, and knowing what is coming up and what is going on. You need to know how to recognize when something has been totally done by AI and when it is not. I told you one of the ways that you can always tell that I've been involved with writing something, I have AI proofread for me and I have AI make it better. However, you're always going to see and hear stories about me. AI cannot write stories about me, not unless I tell it all about me, and I'm not going to sit there and try and dictate and tell everything my life to AI. And I will come up with a story and another story, and they're always there. But that's not AI. If you see something that is a personal history story, it was not AI written. Or it may have been, like mine, it may have been written, may have been reworded, may have been made a little bit better with AI. However, it was not originally written by AI. So you want to know that when you're dealing with someone, that you're dealing with the human, not the artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence is very helpful, and it's going to do many things. I just came from a webinar, a training session, where this gentleman was talking about, and I'm so excited, I want to follow up with him because I want to get it, I want to use it, how to have an AI be your receptionist. You train it, have it do all the work. And he was showing us a demonstration of what was happening and how it worked. And it was, oh my goodness, I could actually do this. I could make this happen. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. This can just do so many things. I'm so excited that I can barely sit still. Sitting here is very difficult for me because I can't wait to pick up that phone and call this guy and talk to him and find out more about this because I want to start using it. I don't know how to do that. I'm not a programmer. I'm a numbers person. I know the numbers. I can work with the numbers. I don't know the technical, the details on all the electronics and all of the computers, the IT, and everything else. That's not me. I know how to use it. I can tear apart it. I used to be able to take that back. Back when we were using the DOS computers, I was able to tear apart a computer, and we were using the computer, the big hard mainframe, hard drive. Excuse me. Pardon me. But the laptops, I would not even think about trying to touch those things anymore. Yeah, I'm not even going to learn that one. That's one of the things that I will not even attempt because it's too small and there's too much chance for me making a mistake and an error because I can't see it. And the bigger computers, I could feel that inside that computer, and that was just a big shell with a bunch of stuff plugged into it. And once I learned what was plugged in, I could work with that. But I can't do that with this computer. the laptop that I'm working on right now. And so you need to know, what is it that you can do? What is it you can work with? What is it that you can, how can you know that you're working with AI or talking to AI, and know when you are talking to a human? Because not only do people have the ability to use AI to write things and do things, you can now have AI clone your voice, which is very frightening to me. I do not like using that. I use it for some things. I have done some things with it, but I don't want that to be one of my big things that's out there, because to me that is too much of a risk. It's too easy to have somebody clone my voice and then call a bank or a whatever and sound like me. And a lot of companies now are using the insurance company. And I think my bank even said they're using my voice to determine if it is me or not. And the cloned AI voices can sound exactly like you. They are very, very good. So you've got to be careful. You've got to know, what is it that you have, what is it that you're doing, and what are you looking for? What do you want? When you are getting something from anyone, you're getting a proposal, you're getting statistics, you're getting anything. If they do not give you the source, I will always give you the resource. And I have in the write-up on this, the YouTube, the description, I have got some of the sources quoted. I've got the exact, you can go right straight to the source that I'm quoting and find the exact words that I'm using. You will find where I pulled that information from, because to me that is critical. Yeah, I can get AI to do that for me, but most people don't. They don't even think about that because they don't check. I want you to be able to check what you're hearing, what you're saying. I want you to make sure that what you are being told is correct. It is not a lie. It is not a fake. It is not just a made-up set of words. I want you to be able to know what you're getting yourself involved with and what you are doing. If you hear too many not even too many, if you hear any unrealistic promises, my mother always said, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And she's still right today. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Really dig deep if it sounds too good to be true. Because even though AI can do many things, I don't want it taking over things and you falling into a scam. There are too many scammers out there. And I want you to be able to look at and see through. I want the transparency there. I want people to be showing you, just like I give you, I'll give you the exact where I'm pulling this quote from. Where can you go check that? Where can you go see that exact quote that I've used? And do I always say everything perfectly? No. I could make a mistake. I could transpose a number. I could do something, but that's the other reason that I give you this, the resource for any citation that I have, any place that I pulled something. I want you to be able to go check me out so that you know that I'm not pulling wool over your eyes. I want you to be in control. I want you to know what is going on. Yes, and my dear sweet assistant just decided she's going to come in here and help me, but she just moved something and something fell. I want you to be able to check the track record of the person that you are dealing with. You need to be able to know that they have done what they've said they're doing. You need to be able to talk to people that have worked with this person. You need to be able to experience the things that they have experienced. You need to be aware of what they're talking about. You need to be there. You need to be able to see through. Transparency has been said by so many people in government and our politics that it's an overused word. Everybody talks about transparency, but very few people have it. If you work with me, you're going to be able to talk to me, to people around me, and to be able to find out what I do, how I do it, and where I do it. Excuse me. And I want you to know that you're doing something that's going to be a benefit to your company. I want you to know that when I say something, I have a client that I'm working with today that I told them what we were going to do, and we weren't quite able to make it happen as quickly as I wanted it to. And I told him I wasn't going to charge him till I was able to make it happen. And I'm not charging him. It's not happened yet. We're still working on it. We're still working on a bug, but he's not paying. He's not paid a penny since we set that down and said, okay, it's just not going to happen. And so that's something I want you to be able to know, that if that happens with you, you're going to get the same result. I will give you your money back. If you get charged, I'll give you your money back without thought or without question. And it is going to be that we will make sure that it happens, and we'll do it better than we said we would. Because that's me. That's who I am. And you want to be able to, if you hear that from somebody else, you want to be able to check that out and make sure that it is, that they are the person that they say. If they say they're going to do that, you want to know that they really are. That they are that person, that they're that credible. And you don't want to just be accepting things that are there and not really there. And if they cannot explain how their AI works, run quickly. Turn around, run away, get away as fast as you can. I can't give you all the specific details of how AI works, but I can give you enough information that you know that I know what I'm doing. You know how I get the information. I will give you all the details. I will explain everything beyond explaining. I will explain it to the point that you're going to be sick of it and you won't want it anymore. But that's what you want to be able to get. You want somebody that is going to be straightforward and honest with you. And honesty is my favorite quality. I am honest till there is no honesty that will ever be there, because I am always going to be honest. You don't want to know an answer? Don't ask me the question, because I will give you a straight, honest answer. So that's the way it is. And you want to be able to check their qualifications. In the various industries, you can check my certifications, you can check my college degrees, you can check my this certification, that certification. You can check all the different things about me, and I will gladly give you the information. Not everybody is going to do that. Not everybody can do that. And so you want to be able to know that you are talking with someone, again, that's honest and real. You want to be able to know that they are there and that they are going to be there, not just for you, but for tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. That it is real and it's going to be there. The last thing I'm going to give you is I'm giving all of you an invite. I am going to be doing a training session, a workshop, on the 28th of this month. We are doing, it's a 1-hour workshop. It is how, forgive me, my nose is starting to drip and driggle. The drips and drags are coming out there. How to revolutionize your firm. And you are going to see, you are going to get an experience. You're going to be introduced to Rev Turbo. You'll be able to see how Rev Turbo works, why it works, what it does, the background of Rev Turbo, and you'll be able to hear me give you more explanation about it than you want to hear. And you can shut me up at any time, but I'm going to give you how to get the leads, how we do the lead, how we get the leads for you, but I will give you how to do the leads. I will give you the creation, how we create and how you can create a success blueprint, a customized success blueprint. I'm going to give you the automation, how we do the automations, so you can do your automation, and how to get data-driven growth strategies. That's going to all be included, plus you will also be introduced to the bot that is going to keep your website accessible for all ADA people that are coming in and need assistance. And I've got one right now, that a company that I'm attempting to work with right now. I just had to cancel. I had a 2-week trial, 14-day trial on their material, but it was not accessible to me. And I had to cancel it. I think the trial ends today, and I had already canceled because they have not made it accessible for me. They have not done anything or told me anything that they're going to do to make it accessible, or willing to even attempt to use the bot. I keep calling it a bot, because everything's a bot now. They even use the widget that will make their site accessible. But that's their problem, and there are too many companies out there like that. I don't want you to be one of those companies. And so anybody that ever works with me, if you ever buy any package of anything from me, you're going to get that. You're going to get that widget, and it will make sure that your website is fully accessible. And that'll save you money. It's just going to save the government from coming to get you, and you will be able to know that you are being an assistance to the world. You're helping people with disabilities. And the world calls them disabilities. I now call them abilities. We are handy able, because each of us has a special thing that we have been given by our higher power that I choose to call God. And it is our job to get that out there and share our specialness with the world, so the world can become a better place. So the information is in the description, so get the description, click on the link, and sign up for, it's a free webinar. They want me to call it a webinar. It's a workshop. I call it a workshop. I do workshops because I want you to get something and to really have value and be able to walk away with the realities from that. So that's what we are going to do. That's what you're going to have. And I will be available after that to be able to answer any questions for anyone for as long as you need to ask questions. So please be ready, be available, and I will see you on the 28th, but I will be back here on Monday, and we will bring on another AI topic and talk about something else, AI or automation generation. We will talk on Monday. Know that I love you, and if nobody has told you yet today that they love you, let me be the first. I love you because you are you, and that is so very, very special. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for using AI and sharing with me all that you're learning, because that makes the world a better place. Thank you. I love you. Make it a very profitable day, and may the profits always be with you. See you Monday.